How's it going? Still alive. Wouldn't recommend it, but still alive. The alternative's not that great. Thought it was time I made a video and updated on what's been going on and what's been happening with the trucks and stuff. So I'll be sending this over to my boy tonight and he'll be thinking, what? Videos? Are we still doing that? We're still doing it. Well, if you don't subscribe, please do that. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Hi there, so it is towards the end of November and I am in Prestwick, Scotland. It's been about a month since I put a video on and it's I need to update people, let folk know what's happening. To be honest with you, I've not had the notion to do it, and that's a combination of things. Just not being 100%, to be honest with you. Getting better every single day, and this infection that you get, this virus, when you get it, it's a bit, yeah, it's crap for about 3 weeks, and then once it's gone, I waited another 2 weeks to make sure when I went on a plane to come home that I was definitely free of it. In case they ask you, have you had any symptoms in the last 2 weeks, and I was able to say no. So I got here and I've been here for 4 weeks. My wife's been taking care of me, looking after me, and when I first got here, we've got 3 flights of stairs up to our front door, and every time in the bottom door I had to let her go ahead of me and get up the top because yeah, I was slow. But after about maybe 10 days, it started to get a bit quicker and a bit better, and most days now are better than other days. So I wasn't a fit specimen before I had it by any means, but that's it, getting better all the time. But your brain gets a wee bit befuddled, and I've been doing a wee renovation project here for my wife to try and do some building work. My friend Mark was up from Devon and gave me help with that, and if you ever watch this, thanks for your help and for putting up with a guy who's wasn't contributing 50-50 in the work. So, but I think I was getting better towards the end of the project. So, but that's I'll speak a bit more about that in the future in another video. But I should be back trucking here kind of soonish.
Very soon.
Huh?
Very soon. It's getting a bit under my feet now, so.
Oh well, there you go.
We'll send him back to his truck.
You know, when you're feeling welcome, there's a Scottish welcome for you right there. You should work for the Scottish Tourist Board.
I'll miss you really.
Okay. What was I saying there? Alright, so I'm in Scotland, and I'd like to thank the people who sent me private messages and asked how I was doing, and I'm doing alright. Getting better. I would say I'm probably 80% now of what I should be, but you would think that you get better quickly, but it's just no. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Everybody here now is walking about with masks on everywhere. You go into a shop, you got to have a mask, and the council area that we're in have got a lockdown until the 11th of December, where yeah, it's only takeaways. You can't go out and eat. Only essential shops are open. But I think I saw the Pandora shop was open today, handing stuff out underneath the. You can order it and get it from the door. Don't know what the rules are. I think people are getting fed up with it, to be honest. However, what has been going on with the trucks? Let's see here. I've made a list of things here and I've got it on a wee thing behind the camera. So my trucks, what's been going on there? We have 5 now that are, I would say, good enough to go over the road. Still get the same men who are, hey, thank you very much, great guys, ran their heart out, making the most of the fact that there's no driving hours regulations. Brett, he's run with a red Volvo, been crisscrossing the country, took his son out with him who's got his learner's permit and passed his drug and alcohol test with us, so he went out and ran across to New York with the old man and back, and get out Idaho Falls and he's away doing to take care of his license in Southern California. Brett, he unloaded in Oregon, and that reminds me, I've got a ticket to pay there because we got a ticket for having no snow chains. How much do you think a ticket was in Oregon for no snow chains? $430. Twice the price of the snow chains. So we got that ticket yesterday, so that'll be paid, and he unloaded in Walla Walla. I don't know where they come up with these names. Walla Walla, Washington. He's unloaded there yesterday, bounced down to Idaho Fall, no, to Boise area, to Mountain Home, where their base is there, and picked up a load of cheese for Southern California. He'll unload Wednesday morning and spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at home, and then back in the truck by Monday, back out again. It's probably because he's a Scottish guy who works so hard. Having said that though, the other guys are working just as hard, flat out. So he's in the red Volvo. What have we had going on with that? We have had 2 new radiators in it. The water tank on the top of the engine, the top of the radiator was leaking. We got that replaced in Cheyenne, and then went down into, who replaced that? The Volvo dealer there replaced it. Then we got down into Florida and he used about 15 gallon of coolant because they hadn't sealed it properly, and it was leaking out elsewhere, and so we ended up getting a new radiator in Georgia at the Loves there. Don't want to say where, but they fitted it badly, and they managed to drive. In Florida it was, Florida, and they managed to get into Georgia, and they stopped for whatever, and then all the coolant was leaking out the new radiator because they fitted it badly and it had chafed and rubbed through. And we get another one. So that was downtime with that truck. Got a new fifth wheel as well that started slapping, and apparently the Volvos don't have an adjustable fifth wheel. You just got to change them. So they get changed, they get new bushings and stuff, and it's going well, and good fuel mileage. Truck runs great. I'd have a dozen Volvos if I could. I incidentally went and looked at a couple of new ones because the deals in new trucks right now are quite good, because there was a while there that nobody was buying a lot of them, and so I went and saw a dealer, and I don't know whether that'll happen or not, but it's something to consider because you get that huge warranty on them, and you can extend the warranty and have it cover the chassis as well as the transmission, and just good warranty with the Volvos. And I like them. They're modern, roomy, quiet, smooth. Drivers like them, so maybe get one or two. Watch this space. Can you hear me? No listening. What else? Green truck, young Justin. Oh, to be 25 years old. That kid. Paul's meeting him this afternoon in Sydney, Nebraska, to check and see if the truck has got jets wired up to the back of it, or he's got wings. Don't know how he does it. I don't know if I was ever that good when I was 25, but he's certainly got the energy and can run and run and run. He was unloaded in Florida on Monday, and we've got a problem with the blue truck in Sydney, Nebraska at the minute. There's an issue with the fuel filters. We keep getting dirty fuel filters, and it's got a crankshaft sensor is worn out on it. It's sending false codes to the computer, so because it's the middle of Nebraska, the part will be there tomorrow, so hopefully we can get, so Justin's running empty. Yeah, you've got to take care of your customers. When you've got a truck go down, it went down on Monday, so instead of loading Justin, I bounced him, deadheaded him from Georgia, from Tifton, Georgia to Sydney, Nebraska. Everybody else was loaded, he was empty, sent him straight there, just in case they couldn't get it fixed in time or there was a bigger problem. Just try to cover your bases, you know, when you're dealing with that sort of distance. So we need to eat the fuel in that, pay him his wages for running it, and make nothing. Pick up the trailer there today at 1 o'clock, and it unloads in Ogden, Utah tomorrow at 10 AM. We'll get him reloaded so that he can run the weekend over Thanksgiving. So, but hey, hard running kid, very good boy. Kind of guy that call you up and say, hey, I'm an hour out from the receiver, and then he'll call you up again and say, that's me checked in. Send your text message anyway. That's me checked in. That's me on a door. That's them unloading me, and that's great information for me when I'm trying to load, book him a reload and get him sorted out. So communication is great at there, and paperwork's great. The kind of guy that will unhook his truck, pull it forward from the truck to grease his fifth wheel, so and adjust the brakes and check things out underneath the bit the trailer sits on at the rear ends. So what else we done here? So that's those two. The blue one, I've already said, that's in there getting a bit of crankshaft work on it. We bought another truck. We bought a Peak 579. Clay that used to work with us, he had one and didn't like it for whatever reason and gave it back to the dealer or traded it back in for something, and the opportunity came up to take it, so we took it and paid our deposit and took it out, run it. It needed to have, it had a little bit of you would think it was an idler pulley noise when it was under load or the jakes were on, but it was a manifold gasket that was blown on it, so we had that done under warranty. Never cost us a penny. So that get done, it's hooked onto a trailer, and Wes is back out running for us on that right now while Paul takes a little break. So great to have him back again. I've missed that boy running for us. Good kid. That's him taking care of his business that he needs to take care of home, and so he's out running. Same thing, lets you know what's going on, calls you appropriate calls, and gives you the information that I need to help us both make money. There's no point in somebody calling you up and saying, hey, I'm empty now, and you're busy doing something else. So getting a heads up during the process is great. So he's out running. Where is he? He's loading in Laredo tonight, doing an overnight run into Dallas, and when he gets to Dallas Wednesday morning, unloads at 6 AM. I love that, early unload, so if something goes wrong you can still get unloaded, reloaded, and run the Thanksgiving weekend. And Darren, he's in the blue truck at the minute. He's driving that W900 and loving it. He's having a hard time at the minute with that truck. This will be his third night in a hotel in Nebraska in the middle of winter. I don't imagine, nothing against Nebraska, but I don't imagine you want to be doing that too often. But he's a nice guy and he's working hard and taking care of his family, so hats off to him for that. Who else we got? Paul. He's taking care of things well for me. Thank you very much, sir. You're a good man. Paul is moving, relocating with his new lady to Idaho Falls, got his new house, his new pickup, and he's telling me that he went and picked up his boat from the boat repairer guy and took it and parked it in front of his house today, so a couple of days ago. So he's out in Nebraska getting ready to load up a U-Haul and then head to the one cold place to another. So, and my yellow truck, she's in the wars, but there's some pictures here. I'm hoping that I'll manage to remember to upload these things because the brain doesn't work as good as it used to, but I've got them, I'll put them on. It had an oil leak. It was a bad oil leak. If you've been watching the videos, you'll know that. And I took it and we put it to the main dealer there in Pocatello, where we had some good success before with those guys. And they put dye in it to see where the leaks were, and there were some at the front and some at the back. And the front, I knew the front cover that we had done on the blue truck needed to be done in the yellow truck. So decided just to go with the main dealer in that one. And so we put it in there. They decided, let's take the engine out, we'll pull the front cover off, and I got a good look at it, put new crankshaft seal on it. So here's what's happening. The engine's been removed, crankshaft oil seals on it, new front cover, the oil was running hot, hotter than the coolant was at times, so there's a thermostat that opens up to let the oil get cooled, and it's easy to get at when you've got the front cover off it and the engine out, so we changed that. It's had a new oil pump fitted to it to get the oil pressure up. And while it was you've got to take the pulleys off the 2 camshafts on it, and while he was doing all that, he noticed that 3 of the rockers were worn and the big injector camshaft was worn, so it's got a new camshaft on it. And while you've got in a truck like that, while you've got the engine out of it, you've got to put a new clutch on it. They machined the 5th wheel, new clutch on it. It's got it's an electric lift pump that's on those. It's got one of those fitted on it. New exhaust coming off the turbo on it. And while it was off, the truck's done 1.3 million miles on it, and I don't know when the transmission was done on it. And I could drive it because it was wobbly, and I knew exactly it would fall into gear for me. But while it was out, decided to put a new transmission in it. So mechanically, it'll be perfect. It'll look like a bit like a rat rod on the outside because it's got that accident damage to it, but we'll get to that soon. Hopefully, make it looking good on the outside and the inside. So I've paid half the bill on it, and it was 20 grand was the quote on it to do all that work and supply the clutch and transmission and everything. So it was only an extra hour's labour to put a new transmission in. So decided while it's out, let's do that. What else we got in that old girl? So hopefully when it comes out, she'll be ready to run. Paul will be jumping into that one. That's kind of the plan at the minute. So that's kind of what's been going on so far. Got a little project going on here in Scotland with my wife, so I'll make a wee video about that here in the near future. But it's taken a bit of time. Myself and my friend Mark have been doing that, and my wife's been doing her part as well. So that's a bit time to head out the road, put the telly on, chill on the couch for the night, see what phone calls come in during the day, because I'm 7 hours ahead here, so still get to do work at night time with the trucks. So that's about it. Thanks to everybody that's asked about how I'm doing and all that. So I'll make the videos more frequent and try and get back into the groove of doing it again. So thanks for watching. If you've hung in this far, get a gold star. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya.